Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be building a single turbo manifold for a BMW 335 n54. If you guys watched our previous videos, we made a video already before of a DIY kit. I'm going to be making another one. This one's going to be a little different. If you guys haven't watched that video, I'm going to try to put a link for that video so you guys can watch it. It's on Jermaine's page. That's our other YouTube channel, Suicide E92. I'll put a link for it. But today we are going to be doing it a little bit different. Our manifolds that we have been building, I built one for my car. It made a little over 600 horsepower. We also built one for Jermaine's car, which his is going to be a drift car. Unfortunately, his build is not complete yet. We just been going through some things. Aside of all that, today is a whole new project. We're actually building the same manifold, but with a T4 flange this time. A couple of people have been asking me to make T4 flanges. I did not have the material and all that stuff, how to fit it into the car, make sure T4 fits. This is gonna be the first one. My boy, he's actually gonna be testing it for me. We're gonna make sure it fits, turbo fits, flange fits, doesn't hit the strut tower, any of that stuff. So I'm super excited. I'll be able to make two manifolds, either T3 or T4 for you guys. So today, like I said, we're gonna be making a single turbo manifold. So I'm gonna show you some parts that we have around here. So this is the main manifold. I already had this done. Unfortunately, this is not gonna be in the video, but like I said, I'll put the link for the other ones that you see us make these. But this one, I already have two preset mades, which are these. They're halfway for if a customer request is for one, I can make it either T3 or T4 now. So that's why this part is not finished. It's supposed to come up here. But this is it. Stock n54 manifolds, just chop the turbos off and just use the manifolds. And then I use 2-inch Schedule 10 stainless 304L. So bevel it up real nicely, back purge, and then you weld it to the flanges. A lot of people have told me that this turbo manifold was never going to work, that it was going to fail, it was going to crack, and I'm going to burn O2 sensors and everything. I'm about 6,000 miles into my car now. Car made a little over 600 horsepower. That was at 24 PSI on E60. So I have no complaints. I have no boost creep. My O2 sensors are still going. She works beautiful. So to me, she works. So today we're going to be building this. Let's put this bad boy to the side. Here is my beauty. This is the jig that I made. So when I first made the turbo manifold, I set it all up, test fit. It was trial and error. It took me forever to design that manifold and get it to fit properly the way that I want it. So after I made that manifold, I made this jig. So all I had to do is, first I gotta get these bolts out the holes. No bolts and holes. We're gonna put our flange inside, and then we bolt it down so she doesn't move on us. It's a little sloppy fit, so what I do is I actually fit the manifold onto the engine with the head studs, tighten it down and tack everything up, bring it over here, bolt it down so it doesn't lose its position, and then weld it. I'm able to get all around underneath the welds because this this template, I guess you want to call it, is cut perfectly for the flanges. I had a lot of people ask me to make these for them. I will not make you a flange. This is something that I had to design myself. It took a lot of trial and error. I do not want to give it away for free, or I don't even want to charge anybody for it. This is AR plating. It's super hard steel. This had to be plasma cut and all that stuff. All handmade. I did everything. I just wanted it to be 100% bulletproof, so if I ever need to design a manifold, this cannot get damaged or warp or anything, and I can never make my manifolds again. So what I do is I put the manifold on here, I bolt it down, and then this is where my flange is supposed to be in order to get the perfect fit of the turbo onto the engine. So all I have to do is basically, it's like a puzzle. I get my pie cuts and everything that I have pre-cut. I start putting puzzles together until they line up, and then once they reach the flange, and then I weld it all up. So jigs are very helpful, especially if you guys are trying to recreate things that you've already made, or if you buy something, you shouldn't do it, but if you buy something you want to remake it again, just make a template. Templates are very good. So today, that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to put some music on. We're going to bolt this down. I'll bring you guys back when we get everything ready. guys, so we got the flange bolted down, so that's going to prevent it from moving and warping and everything on me. It's not 100%, but it works. It's a lot better than nothing, I will say that. I cannot weld the manifold on the head, which would be the best option, so at some position it fits the studs and everything 100%. I cannot do that because I cannot get the torch behind here. TIG torches are pretty long. I can put the small cups in the back, but I still won't be able to reach in the back nice and comfortable. So that's why I made this jig. So yes, manifold is bolted down. So now we just play our puzzles and bolt it up to the flange. We are going to be using a machine, CNC machine. This is mild steel. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it in stainless in time. This customer is actually in a rush and he wants it as soon as possible, so that's what we're gonna do for him. He was okay with mild steel. Everything else is stainless, so we're gonna use this as a 309 filler for this. Stainless to steel and everything. You don't want to use a 308 that you use for stainless. We're actually gonna use a 309 filler so we can have different materials and I won't have to worry about it rusting or all that shit. So this is actually gonna go here. Now unfortunately this is a T3 and it's welded on there. She's solid. So what I'm gonna try to attempt to do is basically just balance it out, just try to even it out, the T4 with the T3. I already put this turbo into the T3 manifolds that we built and it seems like it's gonna fit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna balance it out, like I said, just make sure it's evened out. Let's see if you guys can see that in there. So it hangs out about maybe a quarter of an inch or half an inch. It hangs out half an inch on each side. It's even on the width. So I'm gonna maybe try to clamp it down or maybe tack weld it on there so it won't move on me, and then tack weld all the pipes, play my puzzles in part, and then put it on the turbo, put it on the head, sorry, put it on the motor, on my mock-up motor, then put the turbo on there and see if it fits. If the valve cover and everything clears, if it does, then I can weld it, and I know that this just has to be balanced out and I can make the T4s for anybody who wants it. What I'm going to try to do in the future is actually get rid of this and buy a universal one that has T3 and T4 mounting holes. That way I can make both. So for now, let's just see if it works, if we balance it out. So let's put this bad boy to the side and drop my tungsten. So like I said, T4 flange, CNC billet machine. It's also flowed on the inside real nicely, and 2-inch in the back, so I'm gonna be able to throw some nice welds on there, and the flow is gonna be able to go out nice and smooth. I'll just put that to the side. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, the turbo of his choice. I don't know the name brand of it. I was not the one that bought it. This is just what the customer is supplying me. He said, here, this is what I want on it, make it work. Alright, here at Frenchy Fab, that's what we're gonna do. So this turbo is really huge, really huge. It is a GT45 T4. I believe it has a 3-inch or 3.5-inch V-band for exhaust. Unfortunately, he did not give me the V-band for the turbo, so we're gonna try to figure out what we can do about that. Probably email the company, say, yo, what size V-bands do you guys use, what type. We'll get that ordered so we can make the downpipe. 4-inch inlet. So it's a journal bearing. It's a T4, it's a GT45, so it's a pretty big turbo, really big. I'm running a Borg Warner S362 on my turbo. My turbo's not even this big, so I hope he can spool it. So this is what's going to be going on. The outlet is huge. This feels like a 3-inch or something like that. This is huge. None of my 2.5-inch couplers or anything will fit on this, so that's, to me, that's overkill. Whatever turbo company this is like maybe half an inch of a wall, which is ridiculously thick. A lot of weight, unnecessary weight, but it's a turbo and hopefully it does what it needs to do. So this is what we're gonna get on there. What else we got on this? That's all that was supplied to me. We're gonna be running a 44mm wastegate. It's gonna be a tile. Unfortunately, he did not supply me with the wastegate as well, so I have a rep tile that I can use for like mock-up purposes. So I can make the dump tube and all that stuff. So I'm actually gonna show you guys one of the manifolds that I have made. So this is the n54 single turbo manifold that we made for Jermaine. If you guys watched our video, if not, like I said, the link is going to be on here, so you guys can go check the video out. Nice T3 flange on there, 44mm wastegate. This is actually the wastegate we're going to be using for our mock-up for the other turbo. So that is what we're going to be using. I say let's put some music on. Let's get back to the fabbing. See you guys then.
Suéltame, suéltame ahora, baby, suéltame, suéltame ahora, baby, déjame, suéltame ahora, libre, libre de tu amor, no lo compliques, tirando techo a la cara te olvides, las cosas cambiaron, una situación cabrón, suéltame para siempre, no mires atrás, las cosas cambiaron, una situación cabrón, suéltame para siempre, no mires atrás, las cosas cambiaron, la situación cabrón, suéltame para siempre, no mires atrás, Cuando me deja unos mensajes de la drama, cuando peleamos a las 2 de la mañana, tú no vales la pena, nunca volver a mi cama. Cuando pones mi canción favorita y me embala con tu de cuerpito, it's a trap, I know, tryna reel me back, cause you never let go. I know, you never let go.
Alrighty guys, so unfortunately that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys like the process so far. I know I enjoy this stuff. I love fabricating, TIG welding and all this. I'm self-taught. I love it all. So that's going to be the end of this video. What we did was we mocked it up. We did our puzzle pieces like we said. We have it all tacked up. Unfortunately it's not welded or anything. We're going to save that for next part. I'm going to show you guys how we cut out here so we can put our wastegate attachment, our piping and all that stuff. We're going to show you the welds and all that. We're going to put the O2 bungs, and then hopefully this manifold is good to go. We still have the test fit, so that's going to be on part 2. Stay tuned for part 2. There's probably going to be a couple of parts for this video. I want to show the whole process and everything all over again. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, comment. Please give me some tips. If you guys enjoy these videos, longer, shorter, help me out please. Alright guys, see you on the next one.